Day 20. I woke up on tile. Cold, waffle pattern, floor cleaner nobody ever bought. Last thing I remember is the vending machine on 4 eating my hand, and the world going sideways through the coin slot. I think I know clipped. Through a vending machine. Press any button on the wrong machine on 4, and it swallows you. Noted. Filed. Never doing it again. Then I looked up. Daylight from skylights that show nothing but black. And music. That music. I know this level. I know the smell of it. Fryer oil and free food forever. The snack room. Level 6.1. The place that fed me. And every good thing about it walked in with a name attached, Jack. The bar. The listening. The first person I ever told anything true to. The uniform he wore the last time I saw him. The 2 guards I put on the ground at that door. This is the level where they know my face. I don't remember starting to breathe wrong. The tape has me pacing a circle saying no, wrong level. Wanderers steered their cart around me like furniture that talks. Nobody stopped. Nobody even slowed. Down here a grown man losing it in a food court isn't a scene. It's a Tuesday. Everyone's already seen worse. Everyone's already been worse. Planned service halls off the main drags find one door without a uniform on it. The diary can log how long that lasted. 4 minutes.
Hey, hold up a second. You're moving like you're lost, and this section's restricted past the planters. You good?
Secure security. Armed. Bored. Then one more word and my body went to ice. I know that voice. Yeah, that's not happening. 6 is locked. The last voice I heard before I became someone who swings a bag at a man's head. It's him, the guard from the door. A scar splits his eyebrow, and I am reasonably sure I paid for it. The one man on this level with a personal reason to remember my face. The tape goes very quiet here.
While I got you, we're circulating this guy. Runner. Put 2 of ours on the ground at the 6th door. One of them was me, actually. Fixated on some duck. You seen him. Take a good look.
One of them was me, actually. Said the way you'd mention weather. Then he held the paper up next to my head. My own face eye level. The man I hit showing me the man who hit him. I looked at me. He looked at me looking at me. And under all the fear from somewhere colder, a thought I didn't invite, I'm sorry about your eyebrow. And if you stand between me and her this time, I'll give you the other one. I said no. It came out in a voice I've never used before or since. And he just nodded.
Figures. Nobody's seen him. Probably 3 levels deep by now. Main halls are that way. Grab a map from the kiosk, they're free.
And he walked away. He walked away. He had the picture. He had me. What is wrong with his eyes? A vending machine answered. A stranger in the dark glass. White face, painted smile, red rubber nose. I hadn't seen my own face since Slumpy said regret goes on the same way. I forgot. I genuinely forgot I was wearing it. Nobody on 4 blinked at a clown, and it never occurred to me to ask why. Maybe everyone is too worn down to care. Or maybe the paint was working the whole time. They are looking for a man. They are not looking for a clown. My rule was the nose stays on until I find her. Turns out that rule is the only reason I get to keep looking. So I stopped sneaking and I asked. Wanderers everywhere, free food does that. A woman about her height. Brown coat. Talks to everyone. Have you seen her? I'll spare the diary the montage. It went how it always goes. No. Sorry, friend. No. Somewhere in there my hands started shaking, and I remembered I hadn't eaten since 4. Infinite free food on every wall, and my stomach had gone past asking into a flat silence. I grabbed a bottle and drank half of it standing up. Almond water. Except the smell hit a second too late. Gosh, I drank this stuff once right here with Jack when this place was a miracle. Nothing happened. I was also eating everything in sight. I had a margin then. 20 minutes later, something opened a drain in me. Colder, slower, hungrier than the fast made any sense of. A bottle of water that lies about its name. Noted, filed, too late. At the next shelf, I read labels like scripture and found actual water. Real, plain, boring water. Rarest drink down here, and this level just stocks it. One bottle went in the bag. Not for me. She's 11 days without her canteen. For the record, down the hall with the rusted door, the one I went through swinging, something small and white sat against the wall for about a second. I didn't go look. I want that noted. I didn't go. All that asking finally bought me one sentence. An old man with a trading blanket had seen a woman like that, brown coat, kind, tired eyes at a bar. Which bar? He pointed with his chin, the way you point at a place you don't want to name. Liquorette. Of course it's Liquorette. Of every bar on a level made of bars, the lake goes through the one door I swore I'd never stand in again. That's just luck. And luck down here has a sense of humor. That room is where I learned what being listened to feels like. It's also where the uniforms drink. Walking and wearing a wanted face under a painted one. The lion's den and I'd be carrying the stake. But the math only goes one way. She might be a room away. Everything else is noise. I push the door. Softer music, light the color of whiskey. 3 uniforms at the rail. I took a corner booth and held up a menu I had no money and no appetite for, like a shield. Over the laminate, I swept the room like their own people are trained to. A trader asleep on his arms. 2 women splitting fries. A faceling polishing glasses with a towel it never puts down. My stomach made a noise loud enough that the sleeping trader shifted. I pressed my arm into it and kept the menu up. There's a special embarrassment in starving quietly in a building made of food. No brown coat. No Edith. I swept again slower because hope needs a chore. My hands wouldn't hold the menu still. I told myself that was the cashew water. It wasn't all the cashew water. The old man's sentence came apart in my hands. A woman like that. Half the kind, tired women down here answer to that. My one leg was a horoscope. And the bad voice got loud. The one that does arithmetic. If she's not on this level, she's on another, and there are more levels than days left in me. If she's on a worse one. If she's not anywhere. The tape can have that sentence once. I'm not saying it again. Cold, shaking, full of a water that unmakes you, in the one room where being recognized ends me. For the first time since the circle, I let my head touch the menu and thought, I don't know what I'd do tomorrow.
Cole,